What up? What up?
What up? What up?
Happy Friday.
Happy goddamn Friday, man.
Happy motherfucking Friday.
Happy Is It Really Thursday in honor of Hack.
Dude, exactly. Man, dude,
Is
why
it
does
Friday?
like every day feels like a Sunday? like ain't nothing open.
Nah, it's hey,
Sunday, man.
your boy is essential, so it still feels normal to me, man.
Hey, I don't know how that feels.
But
essential about what I'm doing.
Hey, well, welcome to the show. Life after Rona. Everybody's gonna be talking about what they are looking forward to once we get through these trials and tribulations. What was Floyd Mayweather trying to say through this
he was over there
I can't
having
be talking about my boy like that. I can't be talking about my dog like that.
Hey, I'm joking.
That's a loss he took. He started
that was a L.
a straight L.
Hey, but you see what he did after that. But I made good life choices. I made good choices. Hey, I can't hate on him, dude, because I'm like, hey, he paid somebody to read for him. You know, like if you got money, man, you pay for somebody to do the stuff that you can't.
When you were raised to be punched in the face, we can expect you to be the smartest person in the room. Let's be serious.
Hey.
All right.
Getting punched in the face less than everybody else.
That is also true, but hey, you had to skip a whole lot of school to get that good.
You got to skip a whole lot.
And he skipped a whole lot of school.
he said PE is for me. So,
right.
Hey, bottles up. Let's go, man.
Let's go, baby.
Ooh,
there's nothing
so
like the life. I don't care what nobody says.
Where we starting at? Let's go to Mel first. What you got for us? What you looking for?
Today, life after Rona. What am I looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to finally getting Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford.
Ooh,
and I hate the fact that I like both. I like both. But in my opinion, this is Errol Spence's fight to lose. And I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford's not about to bring his lunch.
Hey.
What I'm just saying
hold on. Let me ask the quick question then.
Yes, sir.
It's his fight to lose, but you remember that Ferrari accident.
He's gonna get over that Ferrari accident as soon as this next little bout comes out.
The Ferrari accident is still fresh. Is he ready?
That ain't even a year old. Wasn't that in like October or?
It was right after his last fight.
Not too long ago.
But if y'all remember, the only injury he sustained was a scratch to the face. No broken bones.
But he did go through the windshield.
Hey,
are we sure?
Guarantee you this.
Around that dude, Jesus. Like, I don't know how many people can get out of a car and just live and only have a scratch to the face. Like
that's a boss move.
That's because he only went through the windshield once. But Crawford gonna put him through the windshield all night. And I tell you, you're gonna ask the last 7-8 fighters that have fought this man. He put them through the windshield, right up and through the 12th round. I mean, he punishes his opponents to the point where you can see him enjoying it. Like he'll wince or something, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go."
But D-Hart, who are they? Who are the last 7 or 8 opponents? We don't even know them dudes.
See that? Hey, you know what? And that's.
See, y'all, you always say that, but they got if you fight one of the best, you got to be one of the best. Whether you got a name or not, you had to have done something to get to that point. They just don't be throwing no-namers at you.
Not if you're on top rank. On top rank, you get no-namers every day, every single day.
That's true. I don't think he should have signed the top rank. I don't think he should have did that just for his career. But without question, like Mel, you kind of like we kicked it in Omaha all the time. Like,
we've been by Crawford's gym, brother.
Exactly. So I'm like, when people see this video, and they see who you went with, like you went against the grain.
Time out. Errol Spence from Dallas, player.
But
Also, you went with family? You said you went with family?
You know I had to go to the crib before I had to
Mike
step out.
Alvarado was from Denver, and you didn't go with him when that Russian came in there, did you?
Not on that fight. I went with him on other fights. I didn't. I went with Mile High Mike on a couple other fights, but not that one.
Dude, Mike let me down so many times, boy.
I'm saying that was a train wreck waiting to happen. Jeez. We know Mike was getting drunk on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then fighting on Saturday. Let's call it.
This was Mike after that fight. Yeah, man, it was just, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready at all.
Hey. All right, now I'm going to do something real fast just because I like having some stats to back up my shit talk.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm going to read the top 10 welterweights on ESPN's list. Okay. Now, I'm going to caveat this with ESPN on their pound-for-pound list has Terrence Crawford at 2 and Errol Spence at 5. Okay. All right? For welterweights, because they fight on ESPN, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Their top 5 or the top 10 welterweights. And if y'all want to, I need y'all to remember who's on top rank and who's.
Hey, we lost you.
We lost you.
We lost you.
Did you hit your mute button?
Did you hit your mute button?
You must have been about to say some bullshit, and that's what happened. That was God. That was God.
Hey, Terrence dialed in down the middle.
Hey, listen, no bullshit coming across the Man Up channel. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
You back, Mil?
The mute just naturally happens.
I think
not for me.
Jeezy.
Hey, we good. Now he's back. Now, what was you saying?
All right. Like, I know how to jump out of my headphones real fast. Maybe the Bluetooth didn't work like it was supposed to. All right. Top 10 welterweights. Number 1, Errol Spence. Now, I just told y'all on the pound for pound, they had him at number 5. Number 2, Manny Pacquiao. That's 2 for PBC. Number 3, Terrence Crawford. Number 4, Sean Porter. Number 5, Keith Thurman. Number 6, Danny Garcia.
5?
Huh?
Keith Thurman is 5?
He lost to Pacquiao.
He lost to Pacquiao.
And we already didn't think that he could beat any of the top 3.
And Thurman didn't do it, man. He couldn't do it.
Hey, he should have left some of that fight alone.
He should have shut the fuck up.
Oh my God! How do you lose the Pacquiao? We'll talk about that.
A lot of people did.
A whole lot later.
A lot of people did, bro.
All right, the last 4 we have you guys. You got Jamal James. You got Lipnitz, and you got Mikey Garcia. That entire list of welterweights, with literally 2 exceptions, is PBC fighters.
And that's exactly. I think if Crawford would have signed with PBC, like he would have been in the action a whole lot sooner,
and would be making a whole lot more money than he's making with Top Rank right now.
Yeah, but in the end, I don't think them guys wanted him to come over there. They did not want to smoke. Like,
oh yes, they did.
No,
look at them. They're fighting each other. Literally, we named the top 5, right? Everybody in the top 4 has fought each other, except for Pacquiao, and Pacquiao's jumping in a drink right now.
But we didn't want Bud to just jump. Like, he jumped in at the weight limit, and we did not want him to jump in and just go right in the thick of things. You know what I mean?
Why?
Like he needed to get his weight up a little bit more. But now he's ready, though. Like, I don't see him losing to anybody. Like, I like Spence. Like, if he was fighting anybody else, I'd be rolling with him.
You know who Crawford reminds me of?
He doesn't really have
just not this fight, though,
game,
right?
But I'm rolling with the O. Timeout chicken, baby. I'm rolling with the O.
Hey, you know what Bud Crawford reminds me of in a lot of ways is Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Ooh.
You can beat on him all day, and it's not going to do anything. He's going to stick to his game plan. He's going to come at you with everything he's got. And chances are, at least in the last 36 fights, you going to lose by either TKO or KO.
I can see that. I think a better comparison is Floyd Mayweather 135. He's going to torture you He's probably gonna put you out. He's gonna toy with you.
Right. But Floyd was also gonna duck and dodge because he was that quick.
That was at 147. That was not at 135. At 135, you need to remember, at 130 and 135,
he was a bad boy.
was a knockout king. Knockout king.
Look, Floyd was a bad boy, irrespective of weight. But I don't, and maybe I didn't see whichever, but I don't remember a whole lot of Floyd standing toe-to-toe with you, waiting for you to just do whatever you wanted to do. I always remember Floyd being a stick move.
Pretty boy. Pretty boy.
Go toe-to-toe.
Pretty boy would stick with you.
I mean, I'm not.
The problem was you still weren't going to hit enough.
He ain't gonna let you.
Now that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, if there's anything you're not going to say about him, was that he was graceful. You will never say that about Marvin Hagler.
No, he was a dog.
He was wanted you to hit him.
Yeah,
monster.
And he would
Marvelous Marvin was a dog.
Ahead, come on. And then he would torture your ass. And that's what Bud does, man. He's not interested in moving his head. He's not interested in really playing defense. He wants to stand there and hit you.
He is reckless. He is reckless.
I'm telling you.
He'll take a couple shots and be like,
right.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think
he'll take him.
It really hypes him up, though.
I think that's the loophole that he's going to leave, though, for Spence. And that's going to be the one he pays. Because he has, Bud has to make at least 2 mistakes in a fight. He has to, for him to feel like he's actually in a fight. But this ain't the fight where you want to take any unnecessary damage.
I agree.
Because Spence can put you away with both hands. And they're both naturally left-handed. So it's not like you have an advantage going either way.
But Bud can go both ways.
No, both of them can.
Yeah.
Both of them can.
Shots are none to be trifled with.
Right. And we know who the body snatcher is in regards to this fight. Spence ain't no joke.
It's like I said, man, the only thing I'm worried about is whether Spence is recovered from that. They said he only got a scratch, but you just don't take that kind of accident and recover just super quick. I was just wondering if he's gonna be ready. Because this is a fight you can't be half-assing in. That's
not the first fight on the docket. He's gonna have a fight before you even get to that, even being potential. So we'll know before we finally get to that fight if Spence is really ready for it.
Hey man, he'll spar with the Charlos and he'll be ready.
Seriously.
He'll be
seriously.
So talking about boxing, I don't know if y'all saw the Wilder story. But Mike Tyson, I guess on a podcast, was saying that Wilder needs to quit feeling sorry for himself, suck it up, and take the second fight seriously. Otherwise, he can lose it all.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, I can't help but disagree, or not disagree, but agree, and listen to the man who I think has the most recent story, if you will, or journey through the rise.
Let's call it a sports bankruptcy.
Yeah. Well, of the heavyweight champion, because there hasn't been a great black heavyweight champion pretty much since Tyson.
Lennox Lewis.
Okay. This is where you know why this is interesting? Because this is where this argument comes into play. Do you claim that now, after the fact? Because during that time, just kind of like we say with Anthony Joshua, he's from the other side of the mountain.
Hey,
right.
I'm rolling with the States. I didn't want Lennox to hold it. I don't want Joshua to hold it. I don't want the Gypsy King to hold it.
Right. And when
Gypsy King is holding it.
Right.
When he gets up on that screen and you see his face, if that face is brown, that man is black.
Oh,
sorry to inform everybody.
I know.
When Anthony Joshua gets up on his stage and decides to either win it all or tap dance around Tyson Fury and hold that L, we're still going to be like the black dude lost. Let's call a spade a spade.
And then when he goes on the Breakfast Club and he starts talking about, I just got to keep my nut down and I've got to do whatever you like. Yeah, that ain't no nigga.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man.
Hey, I said Rudy
Gobert.
I said Rudy Gobert wasn't black when he said he had the coronavirus, so I might not be the one to speak on this.
And then he gave it to Donovan.
Hey, he did. He gave it to him.
That don't even sound right now.
I know.
Like that whole story just came off sounding real funny to me.
Bad.
But segueing to this next segment, Mr. D Hart, what are you looking forward to post-corona?
Well,
this should be interesting.
My my event that I'm looking forward to is actually in the midst of corona, in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis, and almost as coming as a blessing to me anyway, because of my research in that, right?
Oh, it's a blessing to me also.
Yes. Because we are quarantining and we're doing the right thing. We're doing our part. We feel like ESPN should step up and do their part. And there was a large request to move up the 10-part documentary series coming out about the Chicago Bulls, The Last Dance, which is the documentary, the 10-part documentary highlighting everything that was culminating within the Chicago Bulls last season, that final championship game. You know, the one where Jordan committed an offensive foul that they didn't call? Yeah.
Hey,
Really?
superstar calls.
Really?
They happen.
Really?
Tell that to
James
So
Harden does what he does, pushes off, travels, all that, and then you want to call Mike a little tippy tap push off.
No. That wasn't a tippy tap. That was excuse me.
That was a stiff arm.
No,
that was a slide. He was like, move.
So
it was like
what I'm looking forward to with this, and I'll lob this around to y'all, is that I've been immersed a lot in the content. In case you guys don't know, what this is at least focus on, because of the last season, it's going to focus on Scottie Pippen and his importance.
Okay.
Because something happened to Michael Jordan when he was playing baseball. And I will leave my commentary out.
He sucked?
But he learned that his airness was not as royal as he thought he was.
Hey, man, he just went to another sport and got humbled a little bit.
Was that?
So he went to another sport and got humbled a little bit.
That's right. And when he came back to the Chicago Bulls, he had a bit of a different view of things. And at the time that he started recognizing Pippen for what he was.
3 more again? Like, is that what we're talking about?
What's that? No, I'm talking about the last one.
Keep going, D-Hart.
That wasn't going to come, because had Pippen decided to sit out the rest of that season, that was it. And that's what's going to come to light, especially in the first part of this, is that without Scottie Pippen and without Jordan having coming around to understanding that he actually needed people and he actually had to succumb to a couple of the things that Phil was talking about and that Pippen had been talking about and that Horace Grant had been talking about, that, yeah, he wasn't all that great. And so he had.
So what you're telling me?
Hold up, buddy. Hold up, buddy. I was
what you telling me?
Thing right there.
Hold on. Can you repeat that last part? Because I swear I'm a hashtag what you just said. He wasn't what?
Ain't all that great.
Are you saying that he couldn't have did it all by himself, D-Hart?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
All right, man. Is there a superstar that actually won it all by himself?
Well, let's see.
Okay, so we know that usually the best player with the best team normally wins, right?
No.
Not always.
Not in basketball.
Normally. The best player with the best team normally wins. The Bulls have the best player
yes.
with the best team.
I think a better way to say that. I think the better way to say that would be the best player with the supporting cast.
Okay, but in the end, they're one.
Yes.
In the end, they're one. Everybody knows their goddamn role. Shut your mouth.
Yes. Anyway.
Know your role.
Right.
They know. So, how can you even fix your mouth to say Michael Jordan wasn't that great? Like, he took over the era. You know what? Like, it's clear that you're a Laker fan, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Tried and true, right?
Oh, it's also clear that he's a Jordan hater, but we'll get back to that later.
So,
I don't hate Jordan.
I think I figured out where his hateness for his airness comes from.
What was it? Somewhere around here?
It was somewhere around there back in 91.
Exactly there.
91?
It was exactly there.
Back in
It
91.
started right there.
When somebody was having some chills and going through some other stuff, like when it was over for his favorite player, Magic, you know what I mean? Jordan put the pin in the coffin.
Had to go to the HIV.
And dude, he don't even have HIV. I don't care what anybody says. But
ain't never had it.
But
ever.
Jordan put the pin in that coffin, and you've been hating him ever since. Like, he killed your childhood idol. He said, "You're done. It's over."
It
And
wasn't
guess
so
what
much.
he did after that? He went on to
It
win
wasn't so
Who
much
more
just
after
that. It wasn't so much just that. That started it. I will tell you honestly, that is exactly what started it.
Now
That's
we're
what
getting
lit-
down to the
that
nitty
lit
gritty.
the fuse.
It comes out.
That lit the fuse. But what really started it, or what kept it going, was the fact that irrespective of factual statistics
Oh my!
placed before you, before anybody, before the world, it's happening right now on ESPN. Jordan is the greatest college basketball player ever.
Okay,
oh my God.
Okay, that was a fan poll, though. That wasn't from ESPN.
Thank you.
That was a fan poll.
So if all the people are saying one thing and you're saying the other, like, who's the crazy one?
That's exactly right. Because people are saying Jordan is so great, yet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 88-2, 3 consecutive championships. They created the rule to stop him from dunking, so he created the most unstoppable, unduplicated shot in the history of the game.
Okay,
but
he had the hook. He had the hook.
The sky hook.
But could he face the rim at 10 to 15 feet and shoot a jumper?
Yes. Yes, he could.
Dude, we've been through video after video, highlight after highlight.
We've been through video. I don't think you have. Otherwise, you would not be asking that question.
Is it, dude?
We're not talking about Wilt.
Could Kareem?
No, we're not.
Could Wilt play
because that's another video that
play the game? The game, the entire game of basketball, better than MJ.
Yes, and he did.
Could he dribble better than MJ?
Yes, and he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. Pardon my interruption.
Would have hit the button on
you. If the way I look at
you're telling me,
what I'm telling you is that if you really want to talk about it, Jordan's game and Kareem's game were about as deadly in the same areas.
Okay.
If you watch where Kareem played his game, which was from about the free throw line to free throw line extended 10 to 15 feet, that's about where Jordan was his most deadly too. Would you argue that?
No, Jordan was anywhere inside the arc. Killer.
So was
Butcher.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to go do some research because I really don't remember seeing Kareem facing the rim, free throw line extended, shooting the jumper. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'll look it up right now. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You'll enjoy it.
Like you're the one that told me that Will Chamberlain had a jumper. I'm just saying.
Will Chamberlain could.
And to me, if you don't have a free throw, if you can't shoot a free throw, you don't got a jumper.
So let me ask this question. Other than 6 rings, does statistical evidence support that Jordan is the best?
PER.
Other than 6 rings,
go ahead and tell me.
Does statistical evidence support that Jordan is the best?
Jordan's overall game per minute, his overall output per minute that he played, suggests that he is probably the best that ever played the game.
Probably.
And what was his overall output per minute?
I mean, it was up there, brother. It was better than Kareem's. It was
was
better
it?
than Wilt's. But they also
What
played
was it,
a
though?
lot longer throughout their decline, unlike Jordan. So their numbers sagged off.
And
towards the end.
if we're being honest, and we all grew up in that era, I was talking like for error. We all grew up in that, and we seen what Jordan did. We know Jordan only has 6 rings, right? Mm-hmm. If he didn't retire twice, he would have rolled off 8 straight without question.
I don't know if he would have rolled off 8 straight.
I don't know if he'd have rolled off 8.
I think he would have quit before he got to 8.
So what do y'all think?
Maybe 7, but 8, no.
Who was going to beat him? The first three-peat,
Magic.
Nobody was beating him.
The Orlando
First three-peat,
Magic.
nobody was beating him. He retires. I think that's when Houston won, right?
The Orlando Magic beat him.
Houston won twice when he retired.
Yes.
Houston won when he left. Then he comes back, loses to Orlando in the playoffs.
They go to Houston
and then they roll off 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
They roll off 3 straight.
I think our answer to this question depends on what happens with Horace Grant. If Horace Grant stays, if Horace Grant stays after that first three-peat, I think that they probably would have won until he left.
That's one.
But you got to remember,
they don't win 7 or 8.
Quite possibly, because they still would have had to get Rodman.
You would have rolled off 8.
Now this isn't the hate part. This is the behind the scenes part of why it doesn't happen. The problem that you had was there was Jordan and Phil Jackson on this side, and there was Cross and the GM. There's the GM and the owner on this side, the coach and the player on this side. They wanted more credit. They deserved more credit than they were getting, and Jordan and Phil were getting far more credit than they deserved. And so there was this mix and this tension.
This sounds mighty familiar.
No, I'm saying there's this tension because what they were saying was, well, we were the ones that, did this, but Jordan and Phil are saying, no, it was our offense. It was our players who did it. So there's this mix, and there's these egos that kept butting heads. And the fact is that the GM and the owner were never going to deflate their egos enough to acknowledge that without Jordan and without Pippen, without Grant and without Winter and without Bach and without the cast, they were never going to keep winning. Dude, they thought they could just go get whoever.
We're gonna have to circle back to this because, dude, this is gonna be a whole segment itself, and I am going to tear you up. Like, people in this world is gonna believe that Chris DeHart is freaking nuts. Like, he's going to the grain. Like, we know we go outside, the sky is blue, and you're gonna be like, nah, it's orange.
It's purple.
DeHart is nuts on occasion, but I think this is one of the situations where he might have you.
Man, I might mute you too.
Get him. Hey, I want 15 points taken from both of them so I can win.
Hey, don't let me learn how to take these points.
Mute me. I'm gonna take a sip.
But you know what? Me and Zoe can probably share this next. My thing, I can't wait to see after the Rona is gone. And DeHart too. I can't wait till the schedule comes out and we know the date that the Bills come to Denver and bring out the victory chain again.
Gross.
I can't wait.
Negative.
Last year, we watched it in Hack's basement, and I got to see the air come out of your chest. Like, you was swole. You were swole at the beginning. Now, like, your shoulders, as we just started scoring, especially after Chris got burnt up.
You beat a team that didn't have no identity, and you're gonna brag about that? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come to your house this weekend, and I'm gonna dunk on little Chris, and then I'm gonna come in the house and brag about it.
Hey, if you don't have an identity,
same sandwich.
If you don't have an identity, then you need to talk to your coach and find one.
Well,
right.
we
got one.
Listen, Linda. We have an identity this year.
What?
And the Bills are not coming to the Mile High and walking away with a dub. It's just not happening.
Dude, last time
Didn't y'all get a new OC?
I had people throwing stuff at me because we was
we
passing
did.
that ass.
Yes, we did.
Pat
Shermer.
Then how do you know what your identity is?
Listen,
Linda.
You're bringing
in a running team? Are you a passing team?
You're bringing in a coach that's proven with young quarterbacks. So listen, we are creating our identity. Last year we didn't have an identity at all.
Corona.
We didn't have an identity at all last year. So what we're doing is we're rebuilding and we're creating that identity. So we have an identity at this point. But last year we didn't have an identity at all.
You're rebuilding? What is this called? On paper.
From scratch.
From scratch. You're rebuilding on paper. We got tape. We got tape of what we're doing. What kind of team we are. We got tape of that. And that's the tape that we're going to bring into Denver and lock y'all down to 3 points again and whoop that butt.
That is the realest thing you said all night. You are on tape. And you know what happens when you get on tape? Things start slowing down a little bit. Josh Allen took a major step last year. There's no question about that.
No question about it.
No.
You know what? Everybody, it doesn't matter whether you're Tom Brady, whether you're Patrick Mahomes, or whether you're
Drew Lock.
You're on tape.
Who y'all got the whole, like, the best wide receiving core in the league?
The what?
The best wide receiving core in the league.
Who?
We got 2,000-yard receivers.
Me too.
We got 2,000-yard receivers, and we got another 700-yard receivers.
You mean on
who?
Is that what you're talking about?
Who do y'all have to hold that?
Paper? Because there's no film with you and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, okay?
Hey, we just know where it's going. We know where it's going.
So now you can debate off paper, but when we go off paper, it ain't legit.
I'm simply saying your OC has not worked with your quarterback or any of your offense. Y'all signed Melvin Gordon to throw your whole team out of whack, but y'all have an identity, and y'all don't have an identity.
How does that throw our team out of whack?
Because y'all don't even know what you're going to do. Are you a running team or a passing team? You don't know.
Don't know.
I'll tell you what we aren't. We aren't on the terrorist list.
You should be.
And you know what?
You should be with that.
They're going to have bad juju going into the season anyway. Like, Lindsey, hometown kid, came in, balling, doing everything he could. Doing everything he could. And then you got this dude, Elway, like,
take his snap. He don't need to play.
It ain't time yet. It needed to be time.
Listen,
that's how you get the city behind you, but the city ain't behind you. It ain't.
No, we just had to add in somebody with that extra kick. You know, when you go to the bar, you order a drink, you say, you know what, this ain't strong enough. Let me get an extra kick. And then they give you that extra shot. Melvin Gordon's that extra shot, bro. So
Melvin Gordon's not an extra shot. Melvin Gordon is the main entree.
But is he Is he $9-10 million better than Phillip? Nope.
No. But because he is 2 years, 14 million? Of course he's the main entree now. But that ain't never stopped Phil. And I read the other day, Phil was like, listen, I ain't never got 20 carries in a game. He said, so that ain't going to stop me from getting what I got to do. He said, I ain't never got 20 carries. So it's still on and banging.
We'll see. We'll see. Because when them 12 touches he was getting gets dropped down to 5 and 6, he's going to have an issue.
Nah, he's still going to get 12, bro.
Okay.
At least.
Do you know who Melvin Gordon is? You should know very well who Melvin Gordon is.
Didn't we beat San Diego last year? Yeah, we know exactly who Melvin Gordon is.
Did he still hang up like 200 on you?
We still call him San Diego. We don't even recognize where they from no more.
Nah, we call him I-5, brother.
Right.
I-5.
I-9 Chargers.
Right. My apologies.
I don't even call him by the accurate name. I give him all. on, man.
But real talk, man. I cannot wait to that game, though, man, because it'll give us another chance to break bread with each other and enjoy good times. We definitely
listen.
Tailgate. We gonna have to do all that.
Matlock, you already know I got the season tickets, so we going. So it ain't even a.
Did he just stun on us?
He did. He did.
Hey,
on the low.
We going.
I watched us lose all season.
I'm sorry. Dallas 8-8. Who watched who lose all season?
Hey, we won.
I'm
8.
sorry, 8-8.
When was the last time y'all won 8?
Y'all was pegged to go to the Super Bowl, and you only win 8 games. When was the last time
you won 8?
Super Bowl year.
Hey,
when was the last time you saw 8 wins?
Mute this man.
Get into the average box.
But
below
man,
8 is below average.
Hey, it's been real, fellas. We got to cut out. So, life after Rona, man, it looks like it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be. There's some stuff to see.
Some stuff to
do. The
do.
only other thing I'm waiting on life after Rona is that opening day.
Oh yeah, dude, we should have had opening day today. I was ready.
Today. Shout out Hackett.
Opening day 2021.
But it's going down, man. MANNUP Network, man, it's been real, man. You brothers have a good night.
Wait, before you hit that button, real
Man
fast,
up.
Is there an NFL schedule release date yet?
It should no later than May 9th.
May? Oh, y'all
it normally comes out before the draft, but they said no later than May 9th. So we got a little bit. Bottles
Man up.
Shots
Man
up.
down.
Man down.
Man down.